guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Crown Eurocars, sunny Pinellas Park, Florida, and we have one of the baddest four-door cars to come out of any manufacturer's factory. This is a 2020 Mercedes AMG GT C63S. But before we dive into this beast, let's talk a little bit about what this car represents. This is the pinnacle of four-door performance for Mercedes Benz. This car will outdo any on this lot that's Mercedes Benz branded 0 to 60. And you're getting full four-door capability. Do you hear those sirens? That is because of the blazing speed out of this vehicle. Now, you might say, well, I'll go get a C8 Corvette. I guess my question is, where are you gonna put the two other people? Because remember, this is a four-door car, 4 seats, so that everybody can enjoy the mind-blowing performance. And everything that you love from the AMG GT winds up in this four-door sedan, but even more so with all-wheel drive, getting the performance to the ground. So let's go ahead, dive into this 2020 AMG GT C63S and see why it is the pinnacle of luxury performance. Right off the bat, like I said, you hear those sirens because they know what's underneath the hood, what type of heat this vehicle is bringing to the streets. Full LED headlights, of course, LED daytime running lamps, turn signals. I even love the carbon fiber design inside on those projector beam headlights there. Of course, they're adaptive, which means they're going to turn with the steering wheel, and they look oh so good. Drop down, are we looking at a fake vent? No. Full functional venting here. I love the horizontal slots, nice simple flat black. What I love even more, look at the extension. Look at how far the front fascia extends around that open vent area to make sure we're maximizing airflow, but also give you extreme downforce. We come across that grille design, and it looks like they plucked it right off of the AMG GT Coupe. You have the vertical slots. It has a nice little bend to them. You have that iconic Mercedes-Benz star in the center. Of course, your AMG badging. Whenever you see AMG, that is the pinnacle of performance. That is where you look at all the race wins, all the victories, the 24 Hours Le Mans overall victories. AMG did it with Mercedes-Benz. Down below, one thing you'll notice is that the shutters are closed. So these shutters are active. They'll actually open and close. So don't think that this is all fake. It's not. These will actually open up at speed. You have a nice lower lip extension to give you downforce, but also help ram air into this area when the shutters are open. But very, very low, very wide, and in this black, very sinister. We get up onto the hood, nice clean design. Not a bunch of hard edges. You have those two power bulges that are synonymous with performance and styling at Mercedes-Benz. The rest of it is very, very clean. You do have a nice strong body line on each side that goes towards the A-pillar. Other than that, kind of cascades down very nicely. Now, as we come around the bend, we haven't seen the performance underneath the hood yet, but here's performance at every single corner. First of all, this is a fully forged aluminum wheel from AMG. I love the machined outside aluminum section. These are wrapped in those sticky but also durable Pilot Sport 4S tires, because this car is a car that they want you to take to the track. Now, if you're wondering, well, what's the size of this wheel? This is a 21-inch wheel up front, 21 inches in diameter, massive 6-piston calipers, fully slotted and cross-drilled and ventilated, and 2-piece rotors. That's gonna help dissipate heat like you're taking those rotors and just putting them in the ice box in your freezer. Underneath all this fancy bodywork is gonna be adaptive suspension that you'll be able to fine-tune no matter what the conditions are and really give you that balanced performance. And having the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system is gonna keep the traction to the ground for sure. We go down the fender, there is a zonk. I know it seemed like everything was sunshine and rainbows. This little vent right here, I am gonna zonk, but you know what? I'm definitely not zonking this. That bi-turbo, twin-turbo V8 underneath the hood. Everything on this thing is blacked out. The mirror caps, you have nice slim turn signals. Of course, we're gonna have a sunroof. Now, I am also gonna zonk it. It should be a a panoramic. On this car, it should be a panoramic sunroof, but you do have a standard size sunroof. Look at how far the lower sill flares out and extends towards the back of this car, because as you work your way back, things get wider. They don't get narrower. Looking at the rear tire setup back here, unbelievable. Even at the rear, you're looking at, these are still 21-inch wheels, 315s. That's like a steamroller. Look at the size of those rotors. Those might be classified as UFOs according to the federal government. So you're getting not only braking capability up front, but also at the rear. I love the bright yellow calipers, really sets it off with that flat black wheel. But 315s, 21-inch wheels. Love the way that the belt line's nice and curved, nothing hard edge. We get to the back, I have the spoiler. Look at this. The spoiler is going to give you that downforce. Really, really nice setup. And then you drop down. What are we working with? You got your GT 63S badging, of course. You got your quad tip AMG exhaust, which is functional. So it's going to give you that nice growl. Massive rear diffuser area and that AMG badging. But that wing is nothing to laugh about. And that's going to give you downforce at the track. But why don't we pop the hood and see what's powering this AMG GT 63S. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. Massive hood struts. Look at what is underneath that hood. You got some beautiful carbon fiber, that AMG badge. And behind that, you see these two guys? Those are your two small snails. Those are those twin turbochargers. So you're looking at a 4-liter twin turbo V8, 630 horsepower, 664 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60, 2.8 seconds. 0 to 150 in 17 seconds. We'll do the quarter mile in 11 seconds flat and a top speed of 195 miles an hour. This vehicle is no lightweight. It weighs 4,682 pounds. MPGs, if you're really wondering, I would go make sure you get a very, very heavy fuel card from a gas station, one with a lot of money on it, because you're looking at 15 in the city, 20 on the highway. And like I said, the main competition is going to be the BMW M5 and that Porsche Panamera Turbo S. But looking underneath the hood, seeing, even though there's a lot of engine cover here, it's probably one of the sexier engine covers I've ever seen. But I could see easily those two top-mounted turbochargers. Why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this V8 and see what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the 2020 AMG GT 63S. Say that 10 times fast. Let me open this up, bring a little bit more light in here. I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, this is one bad mamma jamma. You could keep up with a C8 Corvette off the line. How much is this thing? MSRP, the way that this one is optioned, is right at $181,000. Let's see what you get for the money. Now, to the door panels, it's nothing but the sexy business. You got carbon fiber spilled everywhere. I love the leather, the contrast stitching, that brushed aluminum on the beautiful speaker cover there. You have heated and ventilated seats, and the seat controls are nice, high, and up at the top. And then down below, you have a large pocket down there. You could easily put a couple Whoppers, maybe even a Big Mac on top of it. But as you come inside, the dash, very, very far forward. Love the stitch work. And then check this out. You have two massive 12.3-inch screens. I like the hood. That's going to help shade some of that glare from the sun, especially if you have the sunroof open. Love the aeronautical AC vents. The carbon fiber is absolutely beautiful. It's like somebody just spilled a bucket in here. Soft leather, the stitch work. Let me go ahead and put the car in reverse to show you the backup camera. There we are. You have your 360. Of course, you're going to have trajectory and everything out the back. You could also change your camera angles. We could go out front nicely. Look at that. Nice panoramic style. Put it back in the park for you. We'll go back to home. I could go through tons of different features all through the touch of a mouse pad. So we have our navigation. Look at that. Real clear graphics. We could go back to home. I could even go into my different settings. So we could switch from individual into snow, slippery. You keep on spinning, and they have different modes that you could go from comfort to sport, sport plus, race. Love those settings. You can see what they adjust there from engine to gearing, the whole 9 yards. We keep coming back. I love this center console. You have a nice lid here. We open up door number 1. What do we have? Here's your key fob, AMG specific. Love the details. Flip it over. There's your AMG logo. 2 cup holders, USB, wireless charging, and a 12 volt all in one area. Close that up. Look at the shape to this. Stitch work. You could put your emergency German pretzel in there. Hopefully it's a hard pretzel so you don't squish it. You have all of your controls, suspension, active exhaust. This is the shifter for that transmission. You go into drive and all that. Of course, you got your manual shift that go up and down the paddles. Fairly soft on the armrest. We open this up, and then now you can put your iPhone 42 in here. Not gonna get scratched, and you got 2 more USBs. And then check out the seats, right from a race car. One-piece backs, AMG, the trim, the Alcantara, the bolstering is ridiculous in here. It is gonna hold you in place, but you know what? It still isn't too bad for everyday driving. You do have your standard sunroof, which I am gonna zonk. That should be a panoramic at $181,000. But the Alcantara is everywhere, and it's absolutely beautiful in here. Absolutely beautiful. Come on over the business end though. I wanna show you behind the wheel of this AMG GT C63. All right guys, business time. Of course, you have 3 memory settings, the ventilated seats, the heated seats. Speaking of the seats, you can see how high the bolstering comes up. It doesn't pinch you though, which is nice, but it is present and it is gonna hold you in place. This steering wheel, right out of a Formula 1 race car from the Mercedes Benz stable. Alcantara all the way around. You got your white leather stripe at top dead center. Look at the beautiful TFT switches. So you could go into your different drive modes very easily here. Shut off the traction control, adjust suspension. This is gonna allow you the paddles to go up and down the 9-speed automatic transmission. And then you have another 12.3-inch display there with the tach smack dab in the center, speedometer, really clear graphics. Love the overall look. The quality is amazing in here, and I can't wait to take this for a spin. But just love that whole layout with the 2 12.3-inch screens. Other than that, I'm feeling really good up here. Let's go ahead and check out the back seat and see how your passengers are gonna love it as you carve those corners like Thanksgiving Day turkey. All right guys, back seat time in this 4-door sports car. This really is a 4-door sports car. What's amazing is I actually have plenty of headroom. That's the crazy thing back here. Even with that low sloping roof, plenty of headroom. Look at the seats. One-piece backs, look like they're out of a race car. Awesome materials in here. You got the same beautiful AC vents as you do up front. Flip this down, you got an ashtray. I don't know why the heck you need that, but we have a USB and a 12 volt, 2 cup holders. This is where you put your Skittles. As you are going through the corners with whoever's driving, fill this up with your Skittles. You got 2 USBs, and the bolstering back here is pretty significant. No armrest, but you don't need it because you're gonna be holding on to your body for your own dear life as you're going through the twisty bits. But why don't we go ahead, check out the trunk area and see how much room this 4-door sports car has. All right guys, time to check out what kind of space we have back here. Lifts up, you have that nice lift back design. Look at the amount of space back here. That's what makes this so versatile. And if you're wondering, well, how much room do I have? You have over 16 cubic feet of space, the beautiful speaker covers. Over here, you have a nice 12 volt, but really a ton of room in here. Very impressive. And then when you're ready to close it up and go rip up some of those twisty bits, you just press that drops down. But if you're ready, I'm definitely ready. Let's take this AMG 4-door sports car for a spin. All right guys, we're inside this car, which is ridiculous. An AMG GT 63S. I'm just gonna leave it in automatic mode right now, but right away you feel like you're in a race car. You really do. On throttle, drops down, all-wheel drive. It's crazy how fast this thing gets up to speed with those twin turbos, and of course that all-wheel drive system. I mean, the 4MATIC system is impressive, to say the least, in this particular vehicle. And that's why you're gonna have that mind-blowing fast 0 to 60 time. I mean, it's just crazy to think 2.8 seconds in a vehicle this size, this weight. All right, guys, I have it in Sport Plus mode. I'm gonna leave it there for the duration of our review. No need to go into track because we are not on a track, but definitely would love to take this to a track and do a track day in this thing. This is an unbelievable car, but everything is so well placed in this vehicle. It's really makes sense, super well thought out, and the dash is really what makes it extra special. Having those two 12-inch displays, super clean, super clear. I'm really digging this. All right, guys, let's run her through a little bit of twisty bit action, but first let's do a dead stop acceleration on throttle. Here we go. Oh my God. Wow, it's like being launched out of a freaking rock, out of a cannon into this left-hand bend. Wow, on throttle. This thing is unbelievable. On those brakes, those massive electric bananas clamping down those rotors. Nice. Wow, the shifts are so fast, so smooth. This thing is unbelievable. The way it just overloads all of your sensory input is crazy. It's just from the sound to the acceleration to the grip. It really is one heck of a German four-door beast. It really is. Wow. All right, guys, once again, on throttle. Here we go. It just launches you. Wow. Look at this. Holds a line so nicely. Perfect feedback coming to the wheel. Very well balanced, especially for a four-door car. I almost feel like this thing's better balanced overall than the coupe. I think with the longer wheelbase, it's really helping to smooth out that whole transition when you're going around a bend or whatnot. But let's see how we go through some twisties up here. On throttle. Wow. I should be wearing a helmet for this because I feel like I'm launched out of a cannon. That's how crazy this thing is. Wow, back on throttle. Here we go. Leaving it automatic on the brakes. Look at this. You just shed speed like a dog sheds hair. Wow, look at this. Coming out of the turn. Nice strong acceleration. Here we go through this transition here. Look at this. Here we go. Now we're talking. Woohoo! It's crazy because it takes the weight and just puts it on that outside as we were going around the right-hand bend and just holds it so nicely for you. So nicely. Brakes are phenomenal. And we're not even talking like carbon ceramic in this thing. The brakes are phenomenal. The automatic is doing all the work. I'm not even thinking about using the paddles because it's shifting that well. That's what's blowing my mind about this whole experience. These transmissions have come a long way, and this thing is definitely nothing but the business for sure. Wow. Let's do another acceleration test. I think that's one of my favorite things in this car. Watch the nose just shoot right for the sky. I mean, it's just that crazy. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, on throttle. Wow. It's so fast. This car is just so fast. Look at this, from this left to this right. Wow, so smooth. And then you're getting on the binders and it just, I'm telling you, you just shed the speed so quickly. And I could stop right on a German Danish right there. Perfect. Here we go. One more time. Just for you guys, just for me. Here we go. Wow. On the brakes. Let's see how this turn-in feels. Look at this. Nice, nice. Coming out of the turn. Launching me. That all-wheel drive. Keeping us planted. Keeping us smooth. Into this right-left transition. Here we go. Ah, look at this. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. And then back on the brakes. Look at that. No drama whatsoever. So smooth. So crisp. This car is an animal. Look at it. Coming coming out. These people are probably like, what the? But it's just us. Here we go. The sound, I'm telling you, the shifts are so purposeful and they hit with such ferocity. The ferocity is just amazing in this thing. Seats are holding in nice. Getting to everything is well laid out in here. It really is. It makes you see all the Formula One races that they've won, the championships, the Le Mans wins. Everything's been brought into this car, and you could bring passengers with you. Not just one, but two more. Throw them in the back and scare the hell out of them. That's what this car's all about. One more time. Here we go. On throttle. Wow. But anyways, hopefully this gave you a nice overall feel and view of what this AMG GT 63S is all about. I guess my one complaint is I wish they would do something about the names, but hey, this has been a blast. So glad to be able to share with you. We're going to get back to Crown Euro Cars because I'm sure they're wondering where their $181,000 car is. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been a mind-blowing day here at Crown Euro Cars. The performance of this AMG GT 63S is just second to none. And really, the BMW M5, the Panorama, Porsche Panorama Turbo S, really, they got some big shoes to fill to chase after this car. Definitely got to thank Nicole and the rest of the crew here at Crown Euro Cars. If you want to keep seeing these high-end luxury performance cars, luxury sports cars, four-door sports cars like you've never seen before here on Rady's Rise, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Rady's Rise merch. Got to get up to Big Guns McGee, Tom Motioner, working that camera like a champ, getting it all in for you guys. Thank you, Tom. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.